Michael Anthony Stoddard. This is a video being shot live, not sent to me. We're in Motel 6 and he walked off my back. His fingers down low by the pillow. You fuckers, I can feel this, so shut up. Every time you talk, more damage lands on my body. That's why for years you wouldn't shut the fuck up, eh? Against God, so she first harms others, the ones you have slain and cords on their flesh and tattoo their souls, okay? I also powering this. I also something coming out of my back. I also something else touching my back that I'm filming.
Tonight, video from Qatar that will make your knees buckle. Details on how this man completed the longest and highest.
When the guy tells you to shut the fuck up about it, he means it.
We'll have more on that incredible feat shortly. Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Erica Bella. Well, workers at Metro remain on strike as 27 grocery stores in the GTA remain closed with staff on the picket lines. As Amar Khan tells us in tonight's top story, the implications of the job action could be widespread.
We want a livable wage. Toronto is an extremely expensive city. So many of our members, unfortunately, have to use food banks. We have several that live in community housing.
As the sun beats down on unionized striking Metro workers, the group remains steadfast, with many members already struggling as the company nets record profits. Some Metro employees say they can't afford to shop at their own store and talk about trying to find deals at cheaper grocery outlets.
We have to do flyer hopping, see who has what on sale, and instead of going for one grocery shopping a week, we're going for 3 or 4 because we have to go to multiple locations.
You want to pick up some groceries at your own grocery store? But with the skyrocketed prices, you can't even afford to do that.
Vitek has been working at Metro for 5 years, but to make ends meet, she works a second job.
There is no social life. I just go to work and I come home and I try to race to my other job.
The residents in Liberty Village who are being affected by the strike say they're backing workers' rights.
They got to do what they got to do, so I'm totally okay with that, and I can just rearrange my day.
Before the strike, the bargaining committee voted to accept a deal for Metro, but members voted it down. When Metro officials were asked if the contract included a living wage, they said yes.
I believe it did.
The union, though, says that's not true. According to a recent report from the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives, the average one-bedroom Toronto wage to live is over $33 an hour. And according to the union, full-time workers at Metro average just over $22 an hour, while part-time employees, which make up the majority of Metro workers, make just a shade over the $15.75 minimum wage. As for the fight, the union says they're in it for the long haul.
This is a fight that we're going to take, and we're going to help grocery workers everywhere in Canada.
This labor dispute is more widespread than just one grocery chain. Contract negotiations are coming up for Loblaws owned Dominion in Newfoundland, as well as No Frills in Ontario. Sobeys workers will also be negotiating, while Metro's other owned and operated Ontario stores, Food Basics, will be at the negotiation tables in November. Amar Khan, Global News, Toronto.
To an update now on last night's collision involving multiple vehicles in the Front Street West and Lower Simcoe area. Police have arrested 4 people in the incident. It's alleged they were in a blue Ford Escape and became involved in a road rage incident. Officers attempted to stop them, but the group fled in their SUV, hitting 7 other stopped vehicles before they were apprehended. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. 25-year-old Corey Lane faces multiple charges, including dangerous operation of a vehicle, while 18-year-old Audrey Humphreys has been charged with carrying a concealed weapon. The 2 remaining accused were released. In other news, the search continues for a 14-year-old boy who disappeared in Lake Ontario and Hamilton. Both the Coast Guard and police are working to find the teenager after he went missing yesterday afternoon. Authorities were notified after he was on a flotation device, went under the water, and didn't emerge. Hamilton said this afternoon, and that the investigation is ongoing. To Brampton now, where police are asking for the public's help locating this man. He's a suspect wanted in connection to a stabbing that happened on Friday in the Steeles Avenue West and Chinguacousy Road area. It's alleged he became involved in an argument with a victim before stabbing him several times. The victim was taken to hospital and is currently in non-life-threatening condition. Well, we're learning more about a firefighter who lost his life Friday in the line of duty in British Columbia. He was a 25-year-old contractor from Ontario and was helping fight the Donny Creek wildfire, the largest one in BC. According to RCMP, the young man was riding a utility terrain vehicle when it rolled over a steep drop on a gravel road. He died on the way to hospital. He's the 4th firefighter death in Canada this year. Well, there are a number of changes taking place on the TTC schedule starting today and tomorrow. Among them, on both the Young University and Bloor Danforth lines, riders can expect the subway frequency to increase from 4 minutes to 5 minutes between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. It will then be 6 minutes between rides after 10 p.m. This means that there will be 5 less trains running for late-night commuters. For a full list of changes to services, you can check out the website ttc.ca. Well, it's time for our first look at the forecast. Here's weather specialist Noor Rafat Ibrahim. Hi, Noor.
Hi, thanks very much, Erica. You know, watching this harbor cam in the past 5 or 10 minutes or so, I'm seeing a lot of people out on the water, enjoying these temperatures, these conditions, and what a beautiful way to do just that, really. We saw some rain activity linger yesterday into Toronto and the GTA, on and off showers for our region, but now a beautiful day to be doing just this. And although this looks like a paddleboarder, it's a spider that has also decided to go out and enjoy these conditions. 22 degrees measuring outside right now in Toronto. We're still watching for a small risk of shower into our afternoon and evening, but for the most part, we don't expect to be seeing it. But thunder and rain are ramping up in other parts of the province. Northern Ontario seeing some activity. Western and central Quebec seeing some activity. And then we have these severe systems out in the water where we want them to stay, not so much in our region. A look now at our pinpoint radar. Caledon, Newmarket, and Oshawa seeing rain this evening. Areas like Milton, Brampton, and Mississauga will also be seeing rain this afternoon and evening. For Toronto, a small chance, although it might not materialize. A look at Cottage Country and out to Kingston. Rain in those regions this afternoon, expecting it to taper off into the overnight. Could be seeing some thunder near Tweed. And a look at southwestern Ontario shows us that they are having ramped up activity in that region. But those temperatures are here to stay. And
Thursday,
we love them, feeling like 27 degrees out in Toronto, now 26
August.
in Peterborough.
Get the ledger.
We love this cool down because it means we might not see as severe weather as we saw the past few days. Our high for today in Toronto is actually 23, Kingston 23, and Peterborough at 23 as well. Our overnight dipping down to 17 degrees. Expect some gusting winds. Tomorrow morning we'll be seeing even more of a cool down for our region. Peterborough's overnight looks to be clear as we shake off some of those showers in the morning. A chance to enjoy a mix of sun and cloud. For Kingston, a system is moving into the region come Monday afternoon, bringing a risk of thunder and some showers for the region.
Well, just a bit. Climate experts have already concluded this is the hottest month ever recorded. In the U.S., the heat wave has gripped the Southwest